let's go from Couchella to Stolechella, because apparently we talked a little bit about it yesterday. Madonna's vintage outfit from the COADF era had ended up being stolen. That's what she posted on her Instagram stories. She said that it was stolen. She put out a reward. I did find it a little sketch. That's why I said maybe y'all need to DM her that there was a email for like it said Maverick, whatever the case, and I'm like, that sounds like a bullshit ass email. But so I don't think y'all should just send it to that email, because I mean that email address or whatever, because I don't know if you should trust it. But if somebody comes across it, they should definitely DM Madonna or Gaio Siri, her manager, and let them know what happened. But according to TMZ, they do not believe that someone flat out went and stole Madonna's outfit. They think that it might have been it might have been a mistake on the behalf of her staff. So, in the words of Beyonce, somebody's getting fired because it's on y'all, according to TMZ. So, let's get into the story. So, the police investigating Madonna's stolen clothes don't believe the pop star was targeted. Now, a rep for the Indio Police Department tells TMZ, I wonder if they had cameras around where they could see what's going on. On Saturday, April 18, 2026, at approximately 7:32 p.m., a missing property report was filed by Madonna's rep. The police said the reported missing items included clothing and jewelry, which were last seen on a golf cart at the Empire Polo Grounds on Saturday, April 18, 2026, shortly after 1:30 a.m. during weekend 2 of the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival. The police said a prelim investigation indicates the two bags containing the items may have fallen off a golf cart operated by staff who were on their way to load the bags onto a bus. Upon arriving at the hotel shortly thereafter, the staff realized the bags were missing. Because you know Madonna was to stand on that dusty ass property. She was going to a hotel. Now, the spokesperson said there's no evidence to suggest the bags were intentionally stolen. Now, the Indio Police Department is asking anyone who may have located the bags to please turn them in immediately or call the department. And don't send it to that email that I gave y'all. Just turn them in or go down to the precinct and let them know, the situation. I'm sure that they left a number for them to contact Donta when the bag comes up. Now, as previously reported, TMZ previously reported, sources told TMZ that Madonna, how many times I gotta advertise TMZ and some shit? We know it, y'all. TMZ that Madonna filed a police report over the missing items. The legendary pop star who performed with Sabrina Carpenter at weekend 2 of Coachella said the pieces were vintage and meant a lot to her. She said aren't just clothes, they're part of my history. Now, she said, I'm hoping and praying that some kind soul will find these items and reach out to my team. That she wrote that she offered a reward for the return of the items. And look, if y'all do return it, what will happen, I believe, is that look, you'll be able to pay back all the hefty ass bills that you had from dealing with the amount of money that y'all had to pay to get to Coachella and all the other extra amenities that came with it. So look, if y'all find it, the bet is you're better off returning it and getting a hefty reward. Girl, don't sit there and the reward be a damn autograph, because then I'll be tight. It's like, no, I need no shade. I need financial compensation, because if you happen to come across a bag, like, oh, I wonder who bag this is. I'll pick it up. You put it with your stuff. And so, yeah, this is the fault of her people, because it's like, look, if y'all gonna be driving crazy or erratically or whatever the case is with with people's stuff in a golf cart, and you probably swerving, or I don't know how you driving, but how it falls off. Like, I would think that if you're putting a bunch of bags onto a golf cart to transport it to a vehicle to then take it to the hotel where the artist is going to be staying at, that you would take a lot better care of the bags and the items and make sure they don't fall out. I've just been noticing a lot of, when it comes to a lot of these A-list artists, their team is being real reckless with their shit. We had Beyonce when she was dealing with that during the Cowboy Carter era. I think she was on the second to the last show for the Cowboy Carter tour, and her all of the stuff that was the deal with the tour and the music, and I think unreleased tracks that she was working on ended up being stolen. I mean, they found the person that allegedly, well, is it alleged or is it actually really him? But they found the guy that stole the items. Now he's in jail. He's been going. I think they've been dealing with his case and him being on trial and stuff. And now we have the whole Madonna situation. So, girl, I know I'd have been like, okay, so whoever was in charge of the clothes or whatever, you're about to be unemployed because you need to be responsible. If I hire you to be responsible instead of reckless with my, and I understand people make mistakes, but when it's something that's expensive and also a part of my history, and Madonna is doing callbacks to a lot of previous things that she did in the past, but modernizing what she did back then. So it's like, yeah, I'm reheating my nachos, but I add a little jalapenos up in the nachos to give it a little more spice. So that's what she's been doing. It seems like that's what she's doing with this upcoming album, which I'm looking forward to. But yeah, so hopefully they find it. Hopefully that this is not going to be something that this just going to be a memory. I mean, I get that, it's stuff, but sometimes when things have sentimental value and it's just expensive, you don't want to be like, well, it's material, girl. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story regarding Kanta and TMZ's theory that they don't think that, yeah, somebody just went and snuck on in a room or wherever the case, because that's the way I thought about it. That somebody went into her room and stole her stuff. And when she wasn't looking, grab the bag and run on out. Nobody was doing that. It's just a mistake on her staff's part. So whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments down below.